In this video, we will explore about adjustments for corporate actions. We will look at how the derivatives market handles changes in a company's structure to keep things fair for every trader. To understand this, we need to look at two important times, the cum date and the ex date. The main goal is to make sure the value of your trading position stays the same before and after a corporate action as far as possible. This helps maintain the status of your trades, whether they are in the money, at the money, or out of the money. Usually, these adjustments happen after the market closes on the very last day the stock is traded on a cum basis. When we talk about adjustments, we are mainly looking at modifications to three things: the strike price, the number of positions you hold, and the market lot or multiplier. By changing these, we ensure that the basic idea of preserving your trade value is satisfied. These adjustments for corporate actions are carried out on all open positions in the market so that every participant is treated equally. Corporate actions can be grouped into two main categories: stock benefits and cash benefits. Stock benefits include things like bonus shares, rights issues, mergers, demergers, and stock splits. We also see adjustments for consolidations, high-wafs, warrants, and secured premium notes. On the other hand, cash benefits primarily focus on extraordinary dividends. Each of these requires a specific calculation to keep the trading environment balanced. For actions like bonus issues, stock splits, and consolidations, we use something called an adjustment factor to update our contracts. To find your new strike price, we take the old strike price and divide it by this adjustment factor. For your market lot and total position, we do the opposite by taking the old values and multiplying them by the adjustment factor. Let us look at how we find this factor for a bonus issue. If a company announces a bonus in a ratio of A is to B, the adjustment factor is calculated by taking A plus B and then dividing that sum by B. This simple math ensures that even though the number of shares changes, the total value you hold stays the same. Stock splits and consolidations follow a very similar logic but with a different formula. For a ratio of A is to B, the adjustment factor is simply A divided by B. Just like with bonuses, this factor helps us recalibrate the strike price and the number of shares so that the overall worth of your trade does not change overnight due to the split. Now, let us talk about rights issues, which involve a few different pieces of information. We use A to represent the number of existing shares you have and B for your rights entitlement, which is your right to subscribe to new shares. Adding A and B together gives us your total entitlement. We also look at P, which is the closing price of the stock on the last cum date, and S, which is the specific issue price of the rights. To adjust for rights, we follow a two-step process. First, we calculate the benefit per share, which we call E. We find this by taking the market price P minus the issue price S and then dividing that result by the total entitlement of A plus B. In the second step, we find the final adjustment factor by taking the market price P minus the benefit E and then dividing that whole amount by the market price P. Sometimes these calculations result in small fractions, so we have a special way of handling them. To avoid forcing anyone to close their positions, we use a four-step rounding process. We compare the value of the position before the adjustment and the value using the exact adjustment factor. After rounding off the strike price and market lot, we check the new value. Any small difference is settled by slightly adjusting the strike price or lot size as decided by the exchange group. Dividends also require adjustments if they are large enough. If a dividend is less than 2% of the stock's market value, it is considered an ordinary dividend and we do not change the strike price. However, if the dividend is 2% or more, it is called an extraordinary dividend. In this case, the strike price must be adjusted to account for the cash being paid out by the company. When an extraordinary dividend is declared, the total dividend amount is subtracted from all the strike prices of the option contracts. These new prices start working from the ex-dividend date. For futures contracts, all open positions are carried forward at the daily settlement price minus the dividend amount. If the shareholders change the dividend rate at their yearly meeting, the exchange re-evaluates whether it is still considered extraordinary based on the price before that meeting. Mergers and demergers involve a specific timeline to keep the market organized. Once a record date is announced, the exchange determines the last cum date, which is when the current contracts will expire and cease to exist. To prevent confusion, no new monthly contracts are started for any stock that is going to disappear because of a merger or demerger. Finally, if there are still open contracts on that last cum date during a merger, they are compulsorily settled. This means the trades are closed out automatically at a final settlement price. This price is the last available closing price of the stock in the capital market segment on that final day. This ensures a clean and fair exit for all traders before the company structure officially changes.